That's Russ. All right. Anyway, opening Barbados. We're going back outside for Monday-ish. You can get a haircut and stuff. How do y'all feel?
Oh, for real?
Really and truly, I'm only glad that the barbershop open because, like, if the rest of Barbados had to follow suit, I can go back to school and nah.
That
I
doesn't
don't
help
think
me at
schools
all.
don't open back though.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't think so either.
Not
I mean, let the
physically
men
jumping
outside,
out.
but don't open the school. So.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Let
if
the
they-
men outside to do what? What could y'all possibly want to do outside?
Kick a scene with the Melandros, big man. How you mean?
I feel like people been liming though. Although
Right?
but because every time I look at my Instagram story, somebody's having a lime, and I was like, we're not on like lockdown or something. I didn't get the memo, but
I mean, niggas already not. We already not listening. So like,
okay.
Yes, let's let us out. Let us be free. You know, it's the right thing to do.
yeah, if
I
men
really
dead,
just
men
want to
dead.
get my eyebrows done and my nails. Everything else could just get locked off. I really
To be
Eyebrows and
honest,
nails,
right? I about to
talk
get
about
my
something
nails do
important, big man.
so long. I about to get my nails do so long. Y'all then can't talk to me after this. Like this is my last podcast ever.
Do you mean like literally long, like claws, like reaching out, like that?
Yes, me.
Screen
What will
tappers?
be the purpose of that? Or like,
I'm gonna have them touching my elbows. That's how long my nails gonna be.
Jeez.
Oh, you really curl back up?
I
I
mean, like,
have 8 nails. I have 8 non-nails and 2 actual nails right now on my hand.
So fuck.
I got a right
What
hand
you
full
been
of
doing,
chip gel
dog?
polish.
so
Talk to
like,
me.
I feel like having nails touching your elbows causes having 8 nails. Am I right?
Oh, I mean like 8 of my
This is
nails
not the
have
point
broken,
here.
and just 2 are just there trying to look good.
Y'all straying away from the point. The point is that things opening
Our
back,
nails done.
okay?
I mean, like this nail thing has me real fascinated. Like,
The nails?
I need you to say fascinated again.
No, sorry. Let's move on. So we about I edit out the entire podcast. Put a little beat. It's pretty. Yeah. So yeah, we opening back.
I actually think y'all doing a relatively good job, Mia Motley. Like, but from what I can see, is like Barbados. There's not a lot of infections in Barbados. A lot of deaths. So y'all doing a relatively good job. So I don't mind. I wouldn't mind Mia Motley opening back up stuff.
Oh wait,
But
you're not in Barbados? You're not
nah,
in Barbados?
nah, I'm not.
Oh, because you kept saying y'all, and I was like, this man isn't here.
Yeah, I wish I was in Barbados right now.
Oh, sorry. But it had me in the waiting room, so I don't know what was happening like for a good 20 minutes before he accepted my
the man just hit me so dark, you know, like all these low blows. Like, shoot. So Barbados opening back, you know, like Theo in Georgia. Yeah, Theo's in Georgia. And like Georgia's
What's going on over there?
It's pretty sporty because like, they're letting you get your license through the mail.
Yeah. And then
Whoa.
here in Georgia, you don't even have to do a license, like a driven test anymore to get your license.
Really?
Oh, that's the thing where they were saying with the parents signing off on the hours or something, so that they do.
No, apparently, I don't even know what they were doing. Probably they were just doing a written test and getting their license in the mail. That's it. So they didn't have any like practical go on the road driving test.
I swear.
Well, if y'all weren't staying home before.
Yeah. Right now everything is pretty much opened again, so people just running around dancing around like COVID-19 is not a thing. Yeah, so life is back to normal in Georgia. People are still dying.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think y'all really ever locked down though. From what you've been seeing, it looked like y'all just been wild in for weeks now. It's just like stand still, and y'all still like just doing it more.
I think we were locked down for like a week or 2 weeks. We were never really locked down. They had people still out there running around doing a lot of nonsense, protesting, stuff like that.
And I heard like, well, I know this is not Georgia, but my friend was telling me about in Michigan that like that there was laws to enforce it, like what we have going on here. But then the deputy of the police department there got COVID, and then enough people had to quarantine in the police department because they apparently had it or were gonna have it. So there were hardly any police even on the roads. Everyone was just like, "Oh, lol, who?"
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Apparently, there was like in America there weren't a lot of laws being enforced because a lot of police weren't around. So you had people like setting speed records on highways and stuff. People were driving over 200 miles per hour and a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Well,
I mean, that's when I don't know. You have countries like that, and I feel like it's really prove the personality of the country, right? Because I feel like the personality on the whole of America is like you get told one thing, you kind of want to do another, and you got like
Yeah.
Switzerland. Was it Switzerland? No, Sweden, right? And they've been open for so long, and like I feel like their numbers were relatively low because I think they're quite not, I don't want to say antisocial, but like, you know, if they're hearing that's what's going on, you have to stay away from people. They're kind of like, okay, well, I'm just gonna live my life outside and like stay away from people. That's not, you know, particularly hard. But then places like Italy, it was so bad, and India, it was so bad because culturally, like, you know, they're really like in contact. Like, you know, people might stand up under you here a little bit. Like, they're not really gonna touch you, but like they'll just be close to you because they don't think anything of it. But in Italy, like, you'll literally meet someone and kiss them on the face.
Yeah.
You will sit down and eat with your hands. So it's kind of like, well, all right. So I feel like we could be okay because we're not like on the level of like Italy and India's like proximity with other people and like eating habits and stuff like that. So yeah. Only thing I was thinking about even today when I went out was like things like the buses and ZR vans and stuff. But everyone I can see often has masks on, but you know, social distancing. Ain't social distancing, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's true. The vans definitely aren't cut out for kind of social distancing. Even like sitting 2 seats apart isn't 6 feet in a van, so it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Some people can't help it, you know. That's literally some people's only way of like getting to point A to point B. So that's kind of a hard one, you know.
Yeah, definitely. But overall, I would.
Sorry, I said it would be like the things to consider here, like that is like that's especially to here, you know.
Yeah, but like overall in like Barbados, I would say like we had 25% of our workforce filing for unemployment. We have, and our country is, our debt is 100% or over 100% of our GDP per year. So like everything that we do in terms of like tourism and everything. What was that?
On a regular day.
Yeah, so like, you know, everything, all the money we make in a normal year still doesn't add up to the amount of money we owe right now, and we're borrowing more from the IMF. And 40%, 40% of that money comes from tourism-related activities. So, you know, by saying screw travel, screw tourism, you know, we're basically, it really is like killing people on a scale that you can actually work out a rate for how it's going to kill people, but it's more long-term. So we still have to study that eventually. But yeah, you know, I feel like opening up slowly in phases is probably the best thing to do, and see how it goes from there. Try to make out all that money we're not going to make from tourism for like the next 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, damn hemp.
We could just sell the country to China, to be quite honest. Like,
what, man?
I mean,
I would not mind learning.
Doesn't China already own the whole Caribbean?
I mean, like,
somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, Jamaica is the same thing, like 100%, over 100%.
Hell yeah. I've heard these stories about Jamaica. Like, China owns everything. Highways,
water,
every like infrastructure. Yeah.
That's neocolonialism for you.
Yep.
That's so cool. That's pretty cool.
No, it's not. No, it is not.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
If you want to learn some Mandarin, like.
Yeah, pretty cool. You understand? No, but come on, bro.
We're all gonna be that one belt, one road. You know, getting our ass cut with the same belt. It's pretty straight. Mhm.
Me, my ancestors didn't that.
Nah, we're all in this together. So I'm not too sure what the plan would be forward from there. But I feel Mia has some kind of plan because she's not saying let's stay inside till November and wait, for the men to tell us what to do. So we can go, let's wait and pre. She's my girl. I respect her.
Men never get outside, you can't.
That's one going to cruise, like a one MV Dream Chaser.
No, you want Buccaneer cruise.
Oh gosh, yo.
Buccaneer cruises are chef's kiss.
Before this, and now I want to go every fucking.
I will catch a bar cold for a Buccaneer cruise.
I've never been on a Buccaneer cruise.
Y'all have not lived. You have not lived if you did not go on a Buccaneer cruise.
It's a proper dance floor. It's a flat dance floor. It's actionable. Adds character, builds character. I hate men that say they don't like boats that rock. That's basically saying you just don't like the sea. So you have no character. You lack backbone.
But how you want to be on a boat that rocking and trying to dance at the same time? It can't work.
That is the sport. That is the sport. You don't go on a surfboard and ask why it's not staying straight. You go on to surf. You have to go on that boat as. You feel me? Isn't that
Oh,
true?
yo.
But like,
These analogies got me crying.
I've been muted.
I don't understand. Like people talk about they don't like the Jolly Roger is the finest vessel in Barbados. The second floor of Jolly Roger, right between the stairs and the edge of the railing. You see that one right there? So when you got perfect leverage, you got form. Your drinks can stamp on the railing. I could see it now. I could feel it now. God is
The wind through your hair.
correct.
They may need to let you outside, dog. You can tell that you miss it, man.
The Coast Guard is circling right now. Great times. Yeah, though, but I think we all relatively around the same feeling about going outside. The men are pretty cautious because we just don't trust the world. That's cool. But me as a good person.
Enemy thing. It's like it's kind of wild because when I was like, I always talk about it and think about it like, it's a virus, bro. Like we have viruses, we have the flu. Flu mutates every year. It has X amount of deaths. They make a new vaccine every year. There are studies on even the flu vaccine, which you think is relatively safe, and like you can see that people have bad side effects to it, and that's the flu. I don't even know. 100 years ago, isn't that when the flu came out? Right? When the flu.
The girl voice came out like it was a pair of shoes.
Oh.
Like Nike had a whole trailer and was like, yo,
They
dog,
dropped the
we
flu.
got these new flu 11 dropping today.
This Spanish flew me over. Like,
we got that as we finished that World War. We got that brand new flu after the war. Men now got.
You understand? We got that Jordan H1N1.
Yeah, it's like honey, I'm back home. Look why I brought. Ooh.
was Jordan H. Yeah, so like that was all the way back then, and it just makes me feel like we have never shut down like that over nothing. And I think it's really like interesting that we're doing it this time. Obviously good because it's like circumventing so much, but at the same time, it's a virus. Like it's a virus that's gonna mutate. So I guess it's gonna be around like for a long time, no? Like, what's the plan? That's what I want to know. What is the plan?
I agree with you 100%. Like, you have to like think about it, like what's gonna change like long term, and like they're gonna place a lot of legislation, or they are placing legislation, that are going to affect us long term, and everything.
Definitely wearing masks gonna be a long term thing for sure.
Correct, and like. Everything in the world has always been like that. Like, you always have like a big situation, a big problem occurs, and then everyone has like a reaction to it. Like we're all scared or whatever, and then someone puts forward a big solution, and we all follow that solution, because it sounds like it's the best thing because we all agree it makes sense. And then like that's the new agenda. That's like how we move into other countries to like save people because we saw a big explosion on TV, and like we're all like, oh no, something needs to be done now. So like, then we go and do that. So yeah.
A good example of that is before 9/11. we were able to just go to the departure lounge and watch planes take off at Grantley Adams. Afterwards, you can't even do that.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TSA came out.
It never hit me that was the reason why we weren't able to watch the planes anymore. You know, like that.
Yeah.
This is
Mhm.
like this is the first time I'm hearing that like properly.
Yeah, security was so lax before 9/11, and then afterwards, there's a lot of things we couldn't do.
And like study it, right? Like, if you know exactly what is inside of the airport when you go to the airport, the scanners, like, it's not like they change these things every day. Like if you're trying to bring a gun through the airport, are you really gonna walk through? As like, if one of us is gonna bring a gun through the airport, we're not gonna walk through the metal scanner that's gonna detect the gun. Like we have to do something, like some kind of spycraft thing that makes this gun plastic or 3D printed. Like we're gonna get through using like some kind of trickery. So like it's just like a real stupid system. Like it's kind of saying like, okay guys, you're gonna come in here and get caught on purpose. We're waiting for you. But that's life. You know, I don't know how many men have they caught. That's what I really want to see. And what are the backstories on these men that got caught?
I have an interesting little story.
Mm-hmm.
I was living in a town called Shoreham.
Yeah.
When I was in England, and it's like a fishing town, so it's super empty, super small. And I don't know what the heck about this place, but like the only time it's in the news is being for like really crazy stuff. So there was this plane thing by an air show, and there was an accident. But then the second story was a man who was attached. Would you say attached or like related to the Manchester bombing? He was like hiding out in this town. Like this town has nothing in it, bro. Nothing. And this man thought, yeah, let me go chill there. And the police did this whole bust up in the high street, and he was living above some shop. So that's a backstory of one of these guys that goes out and like says, let me go and hassle society. They just be chilling, right? And then they get found.
I wonder if he like came through the airport with his guns. You know.
Where do they get the stuff?
Yeah, it's true.
Through, then you get here and it's like, well, time to acquire some. Like,
yeah, someone else's story. You have to like have a guy. You have to like message someone on. Like if let's like think about it. Not saying that we're gonna have a podcast about how to be terrorists, right? But like if I wanted to be a terrorist and like go like shoot someone in Trinidad, would I like go on Google right now and like Google Trinidad gunman shops and like shot someone to like, yo, G, I'm coming to your country to kill somebody. Can you like hold it?
I don't think terrorism is that formal, to be honest.
I mean, I could find some websites, but I don't know if they have like training branches. You know, like would they ship through? You know. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, small detour, but you know, in terms of like this pandemic, everything that I'm hearing now, just like do stuff to boost your immunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like because there's not really much else you can do except like inhale that damn citrus peel and ginger.
Eat a lot of berries.
Yeah, eat your berries, like
Shark oil.
Shark what?
Shark
oil is essential.
No, it's not. Y'all ever taste that?
Sharks?
Shark oil is like what makes like you a real Bajan, and like makes you like healthy and feel like the earth.
oh, like cod liver, like shark liver oil.
Yeah,
so glad to be a foreigner in my life.
I'm saying.
Sure, oil.
I'm guessing you guys don't know what Cersei bush is either.
Okay, no, y'all can't really like be talking to me about these things. I grew up on these things, but what I am saying is that that's not things that you just drink in life normal and like big them up. Like, yeah, big up shark oil. No, I be. What I mean?
Large off olives.
No. No.
Now, whenever I get sick,
boy called liver oil. No one does that.
Well, I know what to tell y'all. We all can get corona.
What?
Dog.
I just still take my vitamins.
I'm not even lying.
W.
I'm not even lying when I say that I would rather die than eat a shark oil tablet, dog.
What do you mean eat a shark oil tablet? You putting it in your mouth and chewing it?
You gotta eat. Swallow it. Sorry. Let me swallow it. Sorry. But if that's all it is between me and death, just let me die. Like, leave along with man. If it's my time, it's my time.
No,
you're rough, boy. You're rough.
That's it.
Do you need a haircut?
Yeah. Desperately.
This year, I discovered that okras aren't that bad. You know, like I feel like I find it. You know, it's hard work to eat them, but I feel like they're doing good in my life. So you know, I do it. I take one for the team.
Saute them with garlic and chili, or bread them.
Bread.
Yeah, well, you know,
what the man talking about?
I haven't.
The man talking about okra?
Yeah.
The girl talking about
Not
bread
again.
with chili.
What?
What's she talking about?
What's happening?
I heard something about chili.
Dog, you might hear discussing okra recipes, dog. Like, where would you eat okra?
Well, who is she discussing it with?
honestly,
Because I feel like nobody was like.
No, honestly, like I was trying to listen because like I feel like
there's a good part he likes for us.
I feel like okra is a very adult food to eat, and I haven't reached
definitely
of adult.
Definitely.
Nah, I really wanted to hear what Monet was saying because like I don't like how okras taste, but I feel like they're good, right? So like if there was a way to bread them and put chili on them and like fix. I don't even know how to make chili or bread anything, but
crunchy okras the slap though. Like once you like stir fry it and get rid of that initial sliminess, it's kind of hit. I won't lie.
I like getting cocoon.
Panko, breadcrumbs, like you could do a lot with them, and they're sticky, so you don't have to put them in egg or anything.
Nah,
it's just stick to the breadcrumbs.
I like my okra slippery, man. I like my things slippery.
Use one of them like vegetarian vegan people or something. If you see somebody eating beef, would you call Peter?
What?
Man, honestly, the truth is, right, I go by the Rasta man, right, and like I don't see them get sick. So like when the Rasta man get sick, I will believe.
When the who?
The Rasta man get sick. Like when I'm walking through town, I think, right, I have like a bunch of men that I show and think that was like sell fruits and stuff, and like.
And what kind of men these are?
They sell fruits and stuff. Right there when you come through town and you turn right. by the KFC right there. So those are by the van, right? So like,
Vital is vital.
Correct, right?
You call them a specific type of man. I need to hear when you call them men again.
Correct, right? So as I was saying, right, when they get sick, I will believe the virus is in effect because the men aren't even wearing like real masks. They're wearing crochet masks and walking through town like real OGs.
What?
Seriously? Not the Rasta man. I feel like when you see a paro get sick, then you know shit's serious.
Ninja Man is outside flexing. Ninja Man is outside flexing. I tell you that. Like once
every day. If the paros get sick, then we know this shit with like all levels of the community.
I didn't even mean to buy okras. I went to the mall to buy a bunch of stuff, like my regular stuff, and he threw in okras. This is what I need. So like if that was the facts, I got the mall because he's not sick. So the immune system, Monet was right. I believe she's a visionary. I go into her path. I support the cause 100%.
What you're doing. So like garlic and a little bit of chili.
Mm-hmm.
Fry it. Maybe add a tiny bit of butter. Get the sliminess off. Or bread. Same seasonings and flour. And you can literally chop them up. Put them in a bag with flour or panko or breadcrumbs, whatever. Shake it up and they're covered. It's like so quick. You don't even have to toss anything.
I gotta try that, yo.
No, please.
I'm probably not gonna try it because I don't really want it. But I'm glad I have that knowledge now.
Yeah, and you put them in a pan in the oven. I'm just saying, because you said you have some, so if they went to waste, that'd be a shame.
Yeah, this
I feel like okra lovers would appreciate that recipe just now.
Yeah, it's true.
Nobody don't love okra, baby.
There's a love-hate relationship.
I'm making some tomorrow.
God bless you.
Don't do that to yourself.
I wonder if
vital is vital.
There definitely can be like a demand for okra. It's like a high demand. There'll be like a lot of okras just waiting to be bought. I feel.
Who demands okras though?
Yeah, exactly. Like they just got to go to Massey and say we got these, and they say we still got from last year.